Did you know Daddy before the war, before you went into the service?
I'm sure we ran into each other at different times. I think we did, and I tell you where I met him one time. There was a, I don't know if they called them honky-tonk places or what, but there was a little old place. Did your daddy have another brother or somebody that that had a little place that where they sell beer and stuff? Of course, we didn't know nothing about beer, what they was even in there for, but we found out they would, anyway, they'd go in there and they'd get the guitars, make a little music there with that there stuff in it. And I guess it gives them more picking or something.
That sounds like a next place on Anderson.
Probably.
Yeah, it was on that, yeah.
Anderson Road.
Yeah,
He had a place
yeah,
before we were born.
Yeah.
Before.
but anyway, it's some kind of little.
So is that where you met him, you think, or?
Yeah, I think that's when I first met him.
Yeah.
Well, now, you were the MC for the groups when they would play, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, how many pieces was in the group?
Well, at one time we had 5. I mean, well, there were a couple that had their names on it, end of my tongue again. Purple Sage Cowboys, and then we had, in fact, 2 of them lives out there. We ought to swing over there, maybe they could help us out.
Larry and Earl?
Larry and Earl, and
Well, that was before the war, then.
Larry
Did
and
he play
Earl?
with
Yeah.
Larry and Earl?
Larry and Earl it was.
yeah,
Because he didn't play with him after the war, I don't
Yeah,
think. And
no.
Tommy Sosebee didn't play with him after the war because Tommy had already made it pretty big
Yeah.
in Nashville.
yeah,
He said he ran into Tommy at some little place in Greenville
yeah.
with, he thought, Ray Price one night. And Tommy told him, Ralph, I'm gonna take care of you, don't worry. And he walked out with Ray Price, and whoever Diddy was with told Diddy, don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, he got drunk and once he stepped down off of the trolley, and when he did, he just went down and hit the cement. That was it.
That's what
So how you
busted
doing?
his head and killed him.
Yeah, killed him.
Tommy?
Yeah.
And he was on his way to play a show at the children's home somewhere in West Greenville at that time.
Now that was that in the 50s or something?
60s.
Yeah.
In the 60s.
And he was just really drunk. I mean, yeah, because when he stepped off of that thing, I mean, it wasn't just a little ways. I had no idea that it killed him. We was out there on that end of town. It was one of them little places where some of the guys would go in and drink a beer. We just go in there and have to sit and wait for them because we didn't drink no beer and stuff. And Tommy was just overloaded, if that's what you'd call it.
Were you with him that night?
No, we had run into him down the street, and I said, well, let's just go on down and see where Tommy and them went. We'd never even think about going to a place where they sold beer and stuff. And so we went in there, and that's what he was doing. And he just had already drank, I guess, more than one, because he was acting kind of funny. And I told her, I can't think of this old boy's name, but I said, let's just get out from here. I said, man, I don't want to be caught in a place like this. He said, well, let's see what else he's going to do. And he staggered a little bit, and they almost fell in. And they said the next morning, whenever he got up, he went out to get on the trolley. And when he did, he tripped and fell forward and hit his head on where the cement's rolled up.
Ooh. Well, did he have polio or something?
Yeah, he had that. That's why he had no walking stick like I got. He'd have to hobble along.
But he could walk.
Yeah. He could. I think if he'd have just left the alcohol and stuff alone, he could have trained himself to walk a little bit better than he did. But he just seemed like it just got worse. I mean, just keep on.
Well, he was a good singer, though.
He sure was. Was that kind of why you never did continue pursuing the MC and running around with them because everybody went drinking?
Yeah, and my mother would have turned over in her grave if she even thought I was going to drink alcohol. she just was that kind of a woman. She could talk you into doing anything. I'll tell you, she really knew her Bible, and it didn't matter who it was. If they said a bad word, she'd tell them right quick. You don't say that here, but I'll pray for you. God will take care of you.
Now, did you ever know Tommy